Hey there, everybody. This is Minor Dilemmas, starting off my series completely from scratch. Alrighty. What should my new world be? I don't know. Okay, so the game modes are pretty self-explanatory. Survival mode, you get hunger. Damage has more of a lasting impact. You get monsters, which you can turn off theoretically, but that's kind of cheating. Hardcore mode is like survival mode on drugs. Creative mode, you can spawn anything you want and just kind of do anything pretty much. More world options. If you have a world in mind that somebody else has posted or you've seen before, you can type it in here. Otherwise, it just generates a random seed. Structures. Dungeons are little areas in caves, typically, that have a couple of treasure chests and a monster spawner. This allows you to change how the biomes appear in your world. Cheats. They can be pretty fun, but again, cheating. And bonus chest just means you start off with a chest automatically. I usually don't really do any of those. So let's just get right to it. Presuming this doesn't load forever. Alright. So it looks like we've landed in a savanna that also opens up to more of a regular forest. Ooh, and some sand. Got a desert, which means that we could find maybe a village or a temple somewhere around here. So the first thing you want to do is probably take a look at your inventory. This is my new skin right here in honor of the Deadpool movie. So you get these nice little achievements. And wood is very important because you use it for pretty much everything getting started. So the idea of the first day, basically, is you want to create a shelter before the sun goes down, because that's when the monsters go out. They can spawn in darkness, varying levels of darkness, and they just get really annoying and mess with all your stuff. There are ways to kind of circumvent it, but it's really best just to get around. If there are a bunch of sheep in the area, I'll usually just kill them so that A, I have food, and B, I can make a bed. But I'm not going to do that just because it wastes resources. I want to make sure I have at least 2 so that I can breed them later. Just sort of surveying the area around. Looks like we've got quite a bit to work with here. Bunch of cows. Bunch of things like pretty much right next to each other. And you get a bunch of different types of trees, which affects the color of the wood, and pretty basic stuff. I think this is, yeah, acacia. If that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, you can use wood to make a workbench, and then I'm not sure if I want to set up a house just yet, but I do want to find somewhere I can take shelter when it gets dark. So if you don't feel like setting up a shelter, you can just kind of find a cave, or kind of dig yourself one. You want a relatively small space until you get some coal. You want a small space because monsters can spawn in any significant size of space, which is really annoying. Let's see. I don't know why I'm climbing up so high. Ooh, I think I see lava over there. Usually if fires are started for what seems like no reason, that's lava. I like having lava because you can use it as your makeshift incinerator for anything you don't want. And it's burning up a tree. Fantastic. Ooh, I think I see a village. Indeed I do. But I am going to stay away from the village because I'm going to admit to you, when I was first getting into Minecraft, I had this really awesome world. I think it was like my second or third world. And I was hanging out in the village, and I didn't bring a bed with me. So I figured the villagers have some self-preservation instincts, so they stayed indoors for the most part, but they still, open the doors and occasionally run out, and when they do that, they let the monsters in. So I had a situation where I had a village that was pretty much abandoned, or I shouldn't say abandoned, pretty much genocided because the villagers were idiots. That is just such a waste. Birch is whitish yellow, beige, and this is orange. Alright. So the basic tools that you want to get together: pickaxe for stone, a hoe for gardening, an axe for wood, a shovel for dirt, gravel, and sand, and then this combination right here for a sword. Because you can never be too screwed by monsters. So I'm just kind of digging a little space in here that I can close off when night happens. But it won't really give the monsters enough room to spawn and torment me. I just don't want to get too close to the village because I don't want to risk using up all my resources right away. So, in this formation, you can make yourself a nice little door. You get 3 of them per grouping. And I'm going to get some sand because you can use that. You can smelt that in a furnace to make windows and glass. Could have just come down here. Maybe this would be a better place, actually. Well, it's just kind of making it through the first night. You'll notice that your hunger levels are going down. I have a bad habit of not paying attention to those until it's too late. So, because this area seems to be bountiful with cows, I'm going to go ahead and axe a couple of them. I don't have any coal right now, but I can use some excess wood if need be. Should be using a sword for this. They say don't mine at night, but, you know, if you make a little shelter for yourself and you don't care if it looks like crap, you can slowly but surely get some more resources. Oh, let's see. Gonna get me some stone. Ooh. Found some iron right off the bat. Sweet. And of course, the better resources you find and mine, the better your tools will be. And you can do all sorts of things with stone and iron. Now, be very careful because some things that you try to mine, you will not be able to mine with certain tools. For example, I can mine the stone, which appears in my inventory as cobblestone. But if I were to try to mine that iron with a wooden pickaxe, it would not work. It would get very, very angry at me. So, what I want to do is make a stone pickaxe, because that will be the hardness required. But first I'm just getting furnaces ready, because if I do not get some food in here soon, I am screwed. Also, I like to use up my tools instead of just, you know, getting halfway through this wooden pickaxe and then just not using it anymore. Good basic rule is do not waste good materials and good tools on simple jobs. I know that it's easy to get impatient because of how long this takes when you have cheaper tools, but really if you don't have to use nice tools, don't. Alright, should be good enough, I hope. I like to put all my stuff together. Alright, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this wood, or wait, nope, sand. Whoops. I'm going to get this beef started. And take a little bit of this and get some windows started, because until I have coal, I really don't want to be completely in the dark. Alright. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll see coal on the side of mountains or on the side of cliffs. If you don't, that's okay, but coal is one of those things that is immensely useful. Oh, for example, right here. Coal looks kind of like cobblestone, except, damn it. Looks kind of like cobblestone, except, damn it. It's got black splotches on it. I think there's a mod you can get where you can actually get coal dust as well. So the thing you want to do immediately is get some light in this joint. Right now it's being illuminated by the furnace, but that will go away. Let me go ahead and get some of this iron, since my pickaxe has already been used. How much do we have here? Looks like a pretty sizable vein, actually. You can see the ominous sun setting in the background. I'm going to go back for just a little bit more of that coal. Luck tends to be with me, for the most part. Another pretty basic rule of Minecraft you want to learn is don't ever dig straight down or straight up, unless you want trouble. Because you never know when you're going to get a face full of lava. Other ways that you die, like say a monster beats you up or you fall off a high place, you know, that's not so bad. Assuming that you spawn relatively close to where you died, you can still, you know, run back. I think the game gives you about 5 minutes before, you know, you have to, before you lose your items completely. But it's still kind of frustrating because you don't always know how to get back there. But if you die by falling in lava, or as the game likes to call it, swimming in lava, you get nothing. Your items just get eaten up by the lava, and that is the end of it. Alright, so I have a good place to wait out the night. Got me some resources. Should have saved some wood so that I could have made a treasure chest, but that's only really crucial when you have a bunch of items. Let's see, who's outside? Because I'm stupid and irresponsible, I'm gonna go see who's in the area. At great personal risk. Unless my eyes deceive me, I think I see a skeleton over that-a-way. I think I see 2 of them at least. Zombies tend to be the ones that can see or smell or hear you coming or something. And there are spiders, endermen, all kinds of stuff. Most of them will burn away with the daylight or be driven away by rain, but sometimes they don't. It's just good to be prepared. So that is pretty much the first night. You just kind of want to get all your stuff together and make a nice little base camp to ride out the rest of the night. Like I said, if you can make a bed, that's great, but if you can't, this is good enough. And if you make a little shelter in a mine cave like I did, then you can keep digging a little bit, as long as you don't go too far and don't mess around too much. Because you never know if you're going to find like a pocket or a cavern and unleash more monsters into holy hell. So this is pretty much it. How to survive your first night. Alright, I will see you next time.